there. Good morning, good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, I can totally speak. I ate some spaghetti. I couldn't resist. It's my favorite sauce. Little bro decided to make spaghetti today. Or tonight. And I was like, what sauce is it? And then I looked, I'm like, ooh, it's Pregos. I love Pregos. I love eating Pregos. And it was the mushroom Pregos, so I'm like, I can't resist. I need to eat that right now while it's fresh. Like, So that was a good dinner. I'm happy, I'm satisfied. Never resist getting Pregos. Yum, yum, yum. Friggin' nut. Ah, yes. I feel decent overall. A bit sweaty, but you know, it's okay. I walked around a lot today. I got my exercise in. It was fun going on a little art tour during work, but at the same time, oh gosh, that was actually really tiring. It was a little bit over 2 hours, but it was fun. And now I'm ready for some more Paper Moon. Cradle's will, whoever. I also ate some ice cream before this. After eating some spaghetti, I decided, you know what? Ice cream sandwich. I need to cool down a bit. And water, because water's good. Look at me eating dinner at a normal time. Phew. I know keeping Misaki safe is extremely important, but does it mean you have to cradle her into your arms every time this happens? Oh, well, that's just a perk. I mean, you never know what might happen, right? So, a second layer of protection never hurts. I feel safe in Kama's arms. Ooh, s'mores. Hey, delicious. Oh yeah, like, what do you think of that? The merch that they're gonna release for GFL2 at AX? I'm kind of sad I wasn't planning on going for the last day because that's what the day the raffle's gonna happen. So I want the raffle prizes, but no, I'm gonna resist. All right, never mind. Let me see. It looks like Ayus and Duryodhana are relatively close by this time. Let us go find them. Exploring. Where did all these new admin privileges come from? What happened while I was asleep?
Oh, you like them? Well, you're welcome then.
Thanks? Don't let him fool you. I deserve at least half the credit. I was the one who got rid of Ryder's advantage. Stinky old man. At least we could burn him. At any rate, this means you can now manage the workloads for build and transfer as well as repair. Yeah, I'm still type R myself, but it looks like I can also handle these other tasks as a kind of subcategory now. I can even manage the location for all the different AI types and communicate with them too. This is going to be really useful. Build and transfer and repair. Keep, grow. This is what the partition map currently looks like. I see. Wow, my territory is huge now. I'll have to make sure I do a good job taking care of it. Yes, but in exchange, you also reap a larger share of benefits too. It is also lucky that so many of these jobs have to do with safety. I think our next course of action should be to go around stocking up on Runiment and helping other AIs on as we do. Go around where? Do you have an objective? One of the home bases, maybe? We should probably stick with repairs, huh? No, we're gonna pay a visit to the church and defend. Wait. Oh, you think they're gonna do raffle drawings every day? Okay, if they do, I'm gonna enter 1, 2, 3. 3 days. 3 out of 4 days.
You planning to ask the central governing AI about the supposed archer or something?
If I can. I'm sure she knows more about this world's servants than anyone else after all. But first, Ayus, I should tell you what Ryder told us before he vanished. I don't think there's anyone like that described by Ryder here.
Me neither. Ryder probably just got confused before he passed on.
That is possible, yes, but there's no harm in making sure. Well, don't look at me. I've got no opinion on this. Regardless, our top priority is to replenish our fuel supply. Ayus, would you mind looking into what the AIs under your charge are up to, and find tasks we can assist with? Sure thing. Come on then, there's no time to waste. Okay, time to be helpful. Steer. No, man, depending on what other places do giveaways, I gotta make sure that I can hear them all. I gotta rework my schedule again. Building partition, construction. Okay, more build, partition, construction. And wait, there's only 2, it's not scary. Never mind. Truly, no fear. Yeah, no fear. Phew! Overkill. Yay! Oh, figures of W sister. Oh, I think I need one as a catalyst. Gosh darn it. Bad. Still possible to finish Paper Moon next week. If there's a will, there's a way. And okay, this is not bad at all, so I'll do it this way. Boop, boop, and boop. Fancy balling dress? Oh man. Like heck. Upon first steering, the ones that interested me the most were the dinner gate plushie, and I was like, hello macchiato stuff. But W's sister. I need all the luck I can get because I'd want to max her. Thank you. And thank you. Oh, you don't have to give me any more. I don't want to take too much. Before, we were ordered to give as much as we could without disappearing. Oh right, the build AIs used to work for Caster's absolute shit of a master. I bet they were getting exploited pretty bad. Okay, Mr. Pizza is adorable. Well, now that I'm your Prime AI, all that's going to change. All I want is for us to be like No, as far as I'm concerned, you build girls are... already our family. Thank you, again. By the way, are you the Master of Assassin? That's me. Hi, sure am. That's me. I heard you're a big help. In wresting control away from Bill's last Prime AI. Thank you too. You're welcome, Ronnie B. The kill steal though. The kill steal hurt. It was nothing. I wanted to help. I am curious about the freebies because it looks like it's gonna be a random freebie we would get. I just realized I can thank you in other ways besides Ronnie meant. We have materials too. Would you like to make something? I'd like to make something for you. Just tell me your desired parameters. Like its ideal shape and purpose. I can make enough for all of you. Huh? That's really nice of you. But we already have all the repair equipment we need, so... It's hard to come up with something on the spot. Why don't you just make whatever you feel like then? Seconded. I see. Then I'll get to work. What is Bill building? They're done. Here you go. It looks like a game piece? Oh wait, this is carrying a small medical bag. Is this me? Affirmative. It's a custom-made chess piece. You can use them in place of the king or queen, or as their own original chess pieces. Personally, I imagine them as moving the same way as a queen and a knight, because those are the strongest pieces. Is this me? It's so cute. Thank you. This is great, thanks. Thank you. Oh, you have one of me too? I'll never say no to a bit of idolatry. So, am I a long-range attacker or a charmer who can bring anyone I attack over to our side? It hardly need to be said that the AI and the chess go together like peanut butter and jelly. These AI must be using it as a way to improve their computational abilities. Fascinating. Although, if I'm being completely honest, I do feel like my piece should be a little taller. Still, it is wonderfully made. Thank you.
Hold up. Why is mine the only one that's all boxy? It looks like it's from a super low poly game or something.
I want to see what these pieces look like.
For that matter, even the shape is pretty shabby.
That was not intentional. I simply overestimated the amount of material we had available. So I did not have enough to finish yours properly. As for the shabbiness, that is just your imagination. I'm sure it has nothing to do with you being the only one who acted a little frighteningly.
Are you sure?
Incidentally, your piece has a rare ability. It cannot move at all. Wow, what an amazing ability! Amazing? There's never been another chess piece like it.
I knew it! You totally messed mine up on purpose, didn't you? Fine, since you got everything else about it wrong, I'll decide its proper abilities myself. Behold, Duryodhana, the strongest chess piece ever. Just place it on the board and all the opponent's pieces will bow down in reverence before they're knocked out of commission. How's that?
Snort.
What was that? Did you just laugh at me? Ayus, are you sure she's really your subordinate? Maybe you should double check your authority.
Anyway, I'm glad this worked out so well. Me too. Okay, let's keep the supply train going. How about we visit the transfer side next? Why not? I bet those pieces look adorable. Roadblock piece. Though heck, having a low poly piece would actually be kind of cute. So Duryodhana should feel lucky, even though his piece can do nothing else but just stand there menacingly. And again, one of the best things. The ability to just stand there menacingly. Transport partition. Errand. I feel like I'm doing harm. Yet I know I'm not. Like, why am I destroying these errands? Or no, I'm helping out these errands, silly me. Wee. Oh yeah, that was fine. That was completely fine. Even more errands. Of course some of the errands would be wyverns. Why wouldn't they be? No, I'm not finished yet. After this, I'm gonna switch it to my phone. Because I just kept FGO on my computer all this time, because I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do another, like, data transfer until later. So once I put it back on my phone, it's gonna be easier to finish. Wee! Battle finish. Now to stare. Now that's a speedster. You move so fast I almost thought I saw a wolf or maybe a dragon. Nice, very nice. Am I at least close? No, but I can stay up all night. Gosh, I can get used to how fast a transfer girl's speed is. I might have them make one of their mobility attachments for me. I want to be speedy too. Isn't this kind of a lot? Are you sure you want to give so much away? It's a bonus. We thought all we'd be doing is making one-way trips anymore, so... Well, don't worry. I'll never order you to do anything as horrible as blow yourselves up. So just ride like the wind and don't worry about a thing. That's a relief. It's been a long time, but we'd like to hold a competition to celebrate our new safety and security. Would you like to join us? Competition? A race to see which of us can run most like the wind. We'd love it if you can we'd love it if you participated in the guest slot. Incidentally, we type T's all the same base stats. So our races are almost always dead heats that come down to hundredths of a second.
Then what's the point?
Well, I think Berserker's probably the fastest of us, so good luck. Since you love nothing more than crowing about how great you are in every regard, I'm sure you must be a fast runner too, right? Not that I actually care. Want me to give you a speed boost with my ether light? By the race's finish, you have torn every muscle in your body, but that is just the price you have to pay. I'll be rooting for you.
Of course I'm not going to race. I'd be on foot. They've got freaky motorbikes. If there's one thing I hate more than anything, it's contests I know I can't win. No, wait. I also hate losing contests. I was sure I would win. Look, I just hate losing, period. But never mind that. You know what every good contest needs? A bet. That I'm willing to do. Hell, I'd even be willing to be the one who takes the bets myself. It doesn't matter how close the race is when you're the one handling all the money. Geh.
You there! No underhanded schemes. I swear, you sure love to gamble, don't you? I can only imagine you must have won something big when you were alive. I'm pretty sure it was fixed, but I'll keep it to myself. Anyway, let's watch the race and then head on to the next area. Everything seems so peaceful now. Like, what's the worst that'll happen? Okay, lots of different types of enemies, that's fine. No fear. No fear, no pain. All is well. Damage should be healed. Ah, how therapeutic. Look at me healing damage with the power of noble phantasms. Like, this is healing, I swear. The fact that that one actually lives kind of bothers me, but it's okay. And now even more healing. So much healing. Okay, this is fine. Six hours between servant uses. 6 hours. No, 337 total throughout the back half of the event. Seems doable. Oh, I'm loving finishing these quests. That was great. Your skills never cease to impress. We'll give you a little extra to show you there's no place like home. Aw, how sweet. There really is nothing like repair work for me. It feels good to get back to it. And after all the work we did, we're nice and stocked up too. I say we're ready for anything now. It does feel like we're finally back at the real starting line. With that awful caster finally gone, we can have a proper Holy Grail war. So I guess once we're all ready, we just go over to the other Prime AI's home bases and ask them to fight us, right? So long as neither side employs any underhanded tactics, that does sound correct. But first, we still have an important errand to take care of.
So we're still going to defend. We're all sucked up and ready to go. To go, though, can't we just fight first?
It is best we have a full and accurate grasp of the situation. Remember, this war was originally supposed to be held with only 5 servants before Assassin, Kama appeared anonymously. I mean... anomalously, not anonymously. So it could very well be that there is another anomaly out there too. Of course, I cannot see how likely it is that this archer really exists. But if there is a chance for us to find out, we should do so. Because if the victory condition for this Holy Grail War requires that only one servant be left standing, getting the number of servants participating wrong would be a dreadful mistake.
Well, I guess you've got a point there.
Of course, if we're being realistic, it could also be that Lancer Saber killed Ryder's master with a long-range attack we do not yet know about. Since you already know Bima, what do you think?
He's the son of Vayu, the wind god. That's probably also how he got his lance. He could probably manage a long-range attack if he tried, but I don't think he's the type to... Aw, forget it! Don't ask me! I don't know anything about that guy. I didn't know him well before, and I sure as hell don't know this weirdo he's become. Humph! Now come on, we can't afford to waste time like this.
So salty. He's never gotten that upset about Lancer before. I wonder what's got into him. Something happened though, that's for sure. Hey, wait for me! It was still funny last time. It's like, how dare you choose cooking and her over fighting me? So rude. Error point. Error. Hop out of this error. Good timing. What, getting rid of these bugs that popped out of nowhere? Just seems like a pain in the ass. Not that, I'm talking about the AI who should be taking care of these things coming over to see us. Oh, hi DX.
I see you're assisting the Type Ds with their duties again. Thank you.
I'm glad to see you. I was planning to ask Ronnie, the 12, to arrange some meeting with you two when we met with her. Good point. If there's an archer here, she's the only other Prime AI, so... Yeah, she's the only other Prime AI left, so she's most likely to be Archer's master. A good point. I just want to make sure of something. I will not be long.
Warning. Unauthorized attempts to connect to my internals are strictly prohibited. Do so again, and I will designate you a hostile entity.
So much for my second round of asking for forgiveness rather than permission. Then I must apologize for the blunt question, but would you mind removing your armor and showing us your form beneath? Even in this world, a Holy Grail War Master is marked by their command spell. Once we see if you have one, we will have our answer.
I do not know what you mean, but alright.
Ooh.
Does this satisfy you?
It does not look like you have one beneath your innerwear either. That is all. Again, I apologize. I mean, it makes sense. If there really was an archer here, they'd have to be her servant. She's the only Prime AI with an area to manage who also isn't also a master. But since she isn't one, Ryder was probably just mistaken. Maybe. Now that I have verified that the most likely candidate is not a master, this does seem like a lower priority. Still, we've already come this far. So I would still like to talk to Ronnie's 12 and make absolutely sure that before we decide our next course of act...
Look out.
Nobunaga.
Whoa, those things came out of nowhere. What the hell are they?
They're not bugs, but I determined that they are still targeting AIs in the central area. I recommend that they be eliminated for violating the rules. Requesting assistance. Got it. It's a good thing we're here, or else, oh, that'd be bad. Well, I'm sure she got it, but still, just in case. Better safe than sorry. Or defend. Defend is doing extra hard work here. Oh, there's only 2. Ah. Well, that's fine. Yeah, this is fine. Fine. Extra fine. Still incredibly fine. It would have been kind of fun. Actually, I didn't have to do that one. Oops. You know what? I just want that critical thingy. Gimme. Ooh, those things are pretty powerful. But no, this is fine still. Oh, sorry, Mary. Oh, Marianne, I did not expect you to suffer so much. Purely my bad. Oh, that would have been a single enemy, but you know, it's fine. Sheesh. These doggos are buff. Me for the good vibes. And this should be doable. Especially if I lower this one by a bit. Ta-da! Before my buffs wear off. Wee! Thank you, Morgan. Success! Ta-da! Battle finish. Next, please. Goodbye, doggo. That was a weird way to disappear. Where have I seen something disappear like that? That was weird.
What the hell were those weird mutts?
Something tells me we're in for another major pain in the ass. Why would those creatures go after AIs? If they want their monument, that's no different than what Castor was doing. But Castor and his master aren't here anymore. So why?
Understood.
Those were your intertype comms, right? Did you learn something about those creatures?
This unit's next actions will depend on the central governing AI's instructions. But I can tell you that I have obtained some new information about those demonic beast threats via Defense Comms Network. I will share this information with you in accordance with our risk management protocols. Those demonic beast threats have appeared in every partition across the world and are indiscriminately attacking AIs to steal their monument.
Right after we were helping out. Literally, right after we leave.
The threats have been coming from Grow. This leads us to believe that the one responsible for these violations of the rules is Saber.
Aww. I guess I know who we're going after next. Well. Hi, Saber. Hey, girl. Girl Partition Headquarters. Sakura's dream. I hate love. I hope I don't hate this. Section 12, Sakura's dream. I hate love. Who am I? What a stupid question. I've always been impossible to pin down. What have I been spending my AP on? Apples. I'm mostly just the role I was assigned. My timeline, my memories, my fate, all vague and ill-defined. Some parts overlap, others directly contradict each other. Only my role remains the same. Monster. That's what I am, no matter how many different versions of me there are. They'll probably never change. I'm sure there's a version of me who mindlessly devours everything in sight, and one who has close ties to Pegasus. There may even be a version of me who is almost a younger sister goddess to my two goddess older sisters. Even then, that I am a monster remains inescapable. The only real question is, what kind of monster am I? As there is a version of me tied to Pegasus, this me is tied to Chrysaor, the monster with the golden sword. That's fine. And since Chrysaor is the ancestor of so many monsters, this version of me also reflects my own status as a progenitor of a monstrous bloodline. That's fine too. It's everything else within me that isn't fine. I have feelings in this form. Feelings about Poseidon, about Athena. Passionate feelings towards the gods. This version of me remembers how I became a monster. I couldn't forget it even if I wanted to. Yes, that's right. This version of me detests love, not just for the gods, but for everything. If it wasn't for love, I might not have become the monster I am now. If it wasn't for love, I might have been able to live out my days peacefully with my beloved sisters. Which is also why I hated her. No, don't hate her. I couldn't stand the master I met when I was summoned to this world. I tried to stay away from her as much as I possibly could. I kept our conversations to the barest minimum. I told her over and over that I was only here because of our contract. But as I'd feared, it was no use. No matter how I pushed her away, she always came back trying to get close again, looking at me with that oddly familiar gleam in her eyes. That's why I hated her. I knew letting my guard down for even a moment would make not loving her impossible. I knew it. Ooh, congratulations for doing all the feet pics. Hello, hello. I'm suffering a bit from the heat and work, but it's okay. You know, it was exercise and I ate dinner ahead of time before this, so I feel pretty good overall. I've tried desperately to flee love. I've cursed its loathsomeness again and again. I want nothing to do with it, so why me? Everything about it is painful, agonizing, terrifying. It goes against everything I stand for. But even so, in spite of all that... Birth. Now that I know I love her, my hands are tied. After all, when you get down to it, I'm nothing more than a hideous monster who cares more about what I want than what's right. Medusa! Saber! Medusa! So, you're here. I figured if anyone would come, it would be you people. What are you doing? This must be some kind of mistake, right? I mean, we all fought Caster together. I thought you couldn't stand to see AIs being mistreated so horribly, just like... You thought wrong. I only fought Caster because my master ordered it, because Sakura wanted me to. That was all there was to it for me. So what? You're telling us she wants you to do this now? Because I don't see her anywhere. She's back there sleeping. I imagine her putting Sakura on top of like the crates of apples. Hold on. I can't see her very well, but it seems like she's having trouble breathing. Let me take a look at her. Keep your distance. I know what is wrong with her. She is dangerously low in Raniment. She's only enough to sustain her AI body, and barely at that. In fact, she doesn't have enough energy to do so much as sit up. No. As things are, she'll disappear soon. Then we need to get her more Raniment immediately. I have a meal right here. I can even lend you some Raniment directly if that'll help. What a strange AI you are. You do know she's an enemy, master, right? I suppose your base repair programming overrides the rest. At any rate, it'll be easy enough if replenishing her Raniment was what would help her, but that is not possible. Every bit of Raniment she gets now, she automatically feeds to her servant. That is me. I admit it, I know I screwed up here. She's been doing that for some time now since a certain something happened. I just never noticed. Everything she got from materials, from other AIs. Every drop of Raniment Sakura acquired, no matter how. She was sending as much as possible to me, her servant. And she held on to just enough to maintain her form, no more. This whole time she's been dancing on a razor's edge. Perhaps she even went over it at some points. Is this because we joined at the picnic? Is it because we ate the sandwiches that were meant for her? Oh no, is it the sandwiches? Oops. No, I saw her consuming materials at the time with my own 2 eyes. So this condition is not a result of a lack of sufficient replenishment. Hold on, you mentioned an incident, you don't mean... It was when she was injured during Castor's Familiar's first attack on Grow. So yes, she's been like this ever since you treated her. I knew it! So she is suffering lingering effects from the damage. Those wounds were really deep. I know I repaired her AI parts perfectly. But there were many parts about her newly added master functionality I couldn't make heads or tails of. The only thing I could do was wait and see if any adverse effects presented themselves. Right, and unfortunately, they have. I interrogated the Type R that examined her, and I got her to tell me the truth. Apparently, her internal pathway that feeds Raniment to her servant is broken beyond repair. Oh no! The Type R told me that it is like there are holes in the conduits connecting us. When she tries to send me Raniment, most of it leaks out through those holes wasted. So in order to make sure I have the Raniment, I need to function normally. She has to send much more than usual to make up for what is lost in the transfer. To do that, she's been using Raniment she would normally reserve for herself. I hate to admit that I've only recently realized this. After she fed me a large amount of Raniment so I could fight at my full strength, she began losing her balance and could no longer walk straight. That's when I realized something was wrong. She said she would prioritize her own well-being, but instead she... I remember, she used her command spell on you back when the second colossal writhing fiend showed up. That was it, wasn't it? Yes. Why has she been doing this all this time? Why did she use her command spell? The answer to both those questions is the same. She just wanted me to protect her home. That was the only reason. Why did she tell me? She had plenty of chances to bring this up. I even told her that there could be unexpected side effects and that she should let me know immediately if something was wrong. I asked her the same thing, but ultimately, this was Sakura's decision. I imagine she had her reasons. One of them is probably that the Type R determined her condition was untreatable, even by you. I think Sakura herself sensed the same thing. No way! We don't know that for sure. If you just let me examine her, then maybe. I also believe she did not want to be any more indebted to you than she already is, since you are ultimately enemies. After that, she smiled. She said that no matter how defective she might be, she would never willingly forgo her duty to protect this place just to save her own life. She said she wants to do everything she can to protect it, even if that may ultimately be a selfish desire. When she used her command spell on me, she wished for it to keep this place safe. That command spell is still in effect. At least, I think it is. So I'm going to protect Grow, because protecting this place is functionally the same as being functionally the same thing as protecting her. And I'll do anything to protect her. Even if it means sacrificing every other AI outside of Grow. I'll use this sword to produce demonic beasts. And use them to collect enough Running to make up for what Sakura's lost. Oh gosh. She's gonna give herself 2 charges of Invincible on turn 1 after you select your moves. Ugh. After you select your moves, though. Then, if I give it to her all at once, she'll wake up again. She has to. This is the only way. I understand how you feel, I do, but this...
I think it's fine.
Huh?
I've always thought the only thing we can truly know for sure is our own desires. What sense is there in thinking about other people? Why give up on something just because someone else wants it too? Finding some half-hearted justification not to go for what you really want. Don't you think that's doing your own desires a disservice? That's why I think that what you're doing is fine. Do what you want, take what you desire, that's completely normal. However, sometimes your desires come into conflict with someone else's. When that happens, a lot of things go into determining whose desires are satisfied and whose are not. Social standing, money, physical strength, and that sort of thing. And since I'm the greatest and have all of that and more going for me, I've pretty much always gotten what I wanted. And right now, I want to win this Holy Grail War and get everything that entails. Which means those AIs you're hurting are my future property, and nobody messes with my property without my say-so.
That's so nakedly selfish, it's almost refreshing. But don't worry, I think it's great. Desire is a fast track to depravity. Teehee? Being who I am, I'm more inclined to approach this rationally than emotionally. And rationally speaking, we're going to have to defeat either Saber or Lance next anyway. So I see no point in letting Saber go now if she cannot get support from her master. That just makes her job easier. You should take her down here now. Wow, so cold. Just so you know, Master, I'm fine with whatever you'd prefer. I can't let her go around hurting innocent AIs. It looks like we have no choice but to stop her. Assassin, you and Sakura look similar, so I would prefer not to kill you if I don't have to. But if you insist on getting in my way, I will show you no mercy. I'm going to save Sakura. This time, it's going to be me. That's weird. The way you phrase that, it sounds like someone else saved her first. I don't know anything about that. That is just how I feel. No, that is not true. I do know. My wish, my need, to save her myself, rather than let anyone else save her, is foolish, narrow-minded, short-sighted selfishness. Otherwise, I will never get what I really want, in the true sense of the word. I admit, in some ways, this is purely an ego trip. But even so, it is what I want and I refuse to give up.
Ha! Well said! However, while I don't know how much Running you've had in your little doggies collect, I can't imagine it's enough to make up for your obvious lack of resources. And that's not even getting into how the more Running you use, the harder it'll be for your master to wake up. So if I were you, I'd just give up.
That's why I'm going to use any other source of power I can to make up for it, no matter how much I hate it. Up until now, I've only been drawing on this power for my noble phantasm, but now, I will completely cloak myself in it. If you are so desperate to be involved in my destiny, Athena, then I shall devour and use you, whether you like it or not. This is the golden gleam of my monster-birthing sword, wielded by another monster who once consumed divine flesh. It will be the last thing you see before you die. You who were born from my blood alongside winged Pegasus. You who bore the sword and fathered countless monsters. This is the light that carries our vengeance to the gods. With these mystic eyes, I grant you my blessing. Chrysor. Okay. This won't be too bad. Overall. Overall, we fine. The U for single target. Actually, wait, let me refresh real quick. I want at least more than one... Wait, level 3. Level 3 is good. And let me stare. I feel like using... You know... Let me just stay over here real quick. Someone who hits decently hard, single target. Who you be tempting right now? This could work, actually. Yeah, it should be fine. I will believe in him. He'll hit hard enough, I think. And I'm gonna bring him some support. Nothing like an emotional support Merlin. An emotional support Merlin, you shall have something else to use. I might as well just fire off a thing first thing, too. And then all is well. Okay, Ku, you got this. Okay, first thing, she's gonna use her invincible, which I do not appreciate, so... I might as well stall for a tiny bit. Wait, I don't gotta use this first thing, actually. Actually, no, I should, just in case. Two regular attacks and then NP. Okay. If that works out, that's fine then. So that works out then. Let me just... Ooh, okay, but the gauge part, I'm gonna keep that for now. I just want to lower her defense. So 1, 2, and bonk. 1, 2. Oh, so close. Okay, now that was the ultimate tease. Holy cow. Just bonk. Thank you, Merlin. Oh. Well. Okay. Goodbye, Castoria. That was an experience. And she's so smart going after my support. How dare she be so smart? Ma'am, that was way too smart of you. Well, you know, gauge racing's good. Oh, I really hate that. I hate that with a burning passion. Ooh, that is annoying. Okay. Well, just because Merlin might go down anyways. Just you. Oh, filling up Kusuke. Ah. Well, his gauge was full for a tiny bit. Just a bit. Only a little bit, but still. I have so much hate towards this. Because this wouldn't be enough to fill up his gauge, would it? So, ew, just ew. Well, Doggo's gonna bonk me anyway, so might as well just do this. She'll gain debuff immunity and also high chance to inflict instant death. Anyone's petrified. Ew. Thank goodness for command spells, cause bleh. Wee. I just want Nobu to punch. Yep. You know what? Why not? You got this, Nobu. Just do a thing, Nobu. At least if you're in the revive, I should be able to bonk her. Like, look at how amazing Nobu did. I'm proud of Nobu. Ah. Goodbye, Mary. And goodbye, Nobu. But I have a stone, so I'm just gonna eat my rock. Mmm, delicious rocks. So yummy, so incredibly good. Gotta love the power of rocks. Here you go, Ku, just take all this. You need everything. All for you, Ku. Let's just do all cool. Because I believe in him. Yeah, look at how good he is. He took out both of them in one turn. Thank you, Ku. Yay. Ta-da! And now I'm fighting a saber. You may not be Sakura, but you really do look alike. I did get the feeling something about me dulled your blade at the last moment, though I didn't know what. But me being me, I wasn't about to let that stop me from going to town on you. Too bad for you. Aside from that, I don't know what else went wrong for you. How strange. I thought love was the one thing I hated the most, but here I am, doing all this for it. Once again, it is a perfect reminder that love never leads anywhere good. And yet, now that I have it, I don't want to let it go, no matter how its thorns might prick me. So tell me, God of Love, is that what love truly is? Hell if I know.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? She's trying to get away. Damn it.
Whoopsies, I let my guard down. Sorry about that. Still, we wounded her quite badly. I expect she's but a step away from sustaining direct damage to her spirit core. She cannot have gotten far. We should go after her. Yeah, if we let her go, she might start attacking other AIs again. If nothing else, I can tell she's not going to give up for anything. I feel so bad, I ship it. I'm gonna destroy my ship. Saber. Oh? Look at you, leaping around, carrying me in your arms. You're like some kind of Prince Charming. You're awake, Sakura? How are you feeling? I'm okay. I'm still full of energy. Look. Huh. See? Still got it. But since I don't know, when I might just drift back off to sleep, let me see this now. Thank you, Saber. I'm sorry I
don't want to hear it.
Huh?
We're running away right now. I've not given up on you. This isn't over yet. I will run as far as I have to. And one day, you will get your wish. I know it.
But where are you going to run to?
I don't know. Wherever you can stay alive.
Yes, that's it. As long as she can stay alive, I don't care where we go. If she can't stay alive in this world, I'll smash my way through its walls to find another. If only I could shatter that false ceiling and find a real paradise waiting for us. Still, I'm ready to make an enemy of the whole world. I'm willing to destroy it if that's what it takes. And with that on the table, I can think of one possible feasible solution.
Ronnie 12. The central governing AI. As the overseer, she must have spirit command spells. If I can take them from her, then maybe.
It was in that moment, as soon as I decided which direction to leap next. Oh no! This is how it's gonna go down, huh? Forbidden process detected. Requesting countermeasure. Partial authorization granted. Do not eliminate her directly, not at this stage. Recalibrating corrective response. Disabling mobility only. And now she'll take an arrow to the knee. Saber, Oh no, your leg. What just happened?
I don't know. That attack came from extreme range. It could easily have killed me. Whoever fired it aimed for my leg. They're as good as saying they won't kill me, but they won't let me escape either. Could it be that assassin? No, it's not her. Lancer? No, it probably wasn't him either. But then, who could have done this, and why?
Listen, Saber. If you go without me, you should still be able to.
Don't be ridiculous, Sakura. No, if anyone here is being ridiculous, it's whoever fired that shot.
Saber?
Whoever did this has to be too far away for me to see them. But they must be able to see me if they're able to attack. And that means there's still a way to fight back. My mystic eyes. Cybele, who were originally made to turn anyone who looks at me into stone. So if this attacker is looking at me now, I can trace their gaze back to petrify them from here. Stay out of my way. Limited released. Cybele.
Ooh, this work. Oh. Oh no, the base sent back. Uh-oh. Gah. Saber, what happened?
They deflected my mystic eyes powerfully enough for me to feel it from here. This magical energy, this power, they must be a divine spirit, a servant.
What does it mean?
Yes, what does it mean? There shouldn't be a servant like that here. But there very clearly is, and that must mean...
There you are.
I see. So they want to make sure a participant of the Holy Grail War finishes me off. I don't know what you're talking about, but I do know you have no chance at escaping now. Just give up already. Though for some reason you do seem more beat up than when you ran. Oh, I've got it. Your fruitless attempt to run away opened the wounds I inflicted upon you. Bahaha, talk about pathetic.
You sure about that? Because this looks way worse than an injury reopening. Saber, are you...
If you're not going to let me go, there's no point in telling you what happened. Come then. I'm not about to give up, not while my body still has life in it.
Saber!
Stand back, Sakura. It's okay. No matter what happens, I'll always be on your side.
I don't want to fight her! Well, I guess Duryodhana's gonna be the one doing it, but right now, I'd rather not. Yeah, I'd rather not. I feel bad. I know. But at this point, this fight should be fine. It's gonna totally be fine. Yeah, so incredibly fine. Yeah, still gonna win. I'm sorry, Medusa. I'm sorry, Sakura. I want you two to have a happy ending. But this is just how it gotta be. I'll make sure to end it quickly. Yep. I'm gonna make this as painless as possible. I feel like stunning helps numb pain. Oh no, I clicked the wrong person. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Castori. I didn't mean to click on you. I meant to click on Nobu. I was supposed to get rid of some of the pain. But no, I'm making it worse. Oh, that buff would have been so good. Oh well. It's bound to work, so it's okay, it's fine. And there, this should end it. First thing. Thank you, Nobu. Ta-da! Yay! Woohoo! Who am I? I'm the primate eye of Grow, a participant in the system Grail War, and the master of Saber. Sakura. Saber gave me that name. There was no special reason for it, but strangely enough, it fits me perfectly. As for what was inside that name, it turns out that all I really had was a desire to protect the place I call home. I couldn't even tell you why. All I know is, it felt like a command embedded in my very being right from the start. I never really had a choice, I just followed where my heart led me. That's my reason for existing. It's neither good nor bad. It just is. I need to keep this place safe no matter what. I can't imagine my life without it. I wonder what they call this feeling if I was a normal human. A desire? Personal taste? A fetish? No, none of those seem right. This is something deeper, something down at the very core of who I am. Fate. Or maybe it's more of a curse. But that doesn't mean it causes me any pain, sadness, or suffering. It is just who I am because that is how things are. I think I was probably born with this fate, curse, whatever it is. I think I was born with a need to protect the home I love. I don't regret that. Why would I? No one else cares about this wish but me. I was hoping I could protect this place I hold dear forever, that I could spend the rest of my existence happily planting seeds. And then maybe one day... Oh, wait. If I selfishly and unwittingly wound up pushing my own wish onto someone else, that deserves an apology. Sakura. Can you hear me, Sakura? Saber. I'm sorry, it's my fault you became the bad guy. Even though you're really more like a prince. No, I am not. Even if I seem otherwise, I assure you, I am no prince. I'm nothing like one. If you cannot believe me, then I'll just go back to speaking to you as I always have. Okay. I like you fine either way, but no matter what, you're still you. Yeah, I haven't changed at all. I'm still just your pet monster. You're right to use me as you liked. You don't need to apologize for that. I think I must be a monster too. I only cared about one thing. I would have done anything for it. But that one thing seemed crazy to everyone else. It was ultimately meaningless. Worse still, I wound up hurting people because of it, even if I didn't mean to. I suppose you could say that, but that does not make it true. I was enough of a monster for both of us, so that you wouldn't have to become one yourself. And you stayed you right to the end. So I think we were a perfect match. Yeah. Then at least let me say, thank you. Thank you for trying to be like me. Maybe you wished I had kept my distance, or you found me really annoying. But I still want to thank you for being with me this whole time. That was just me trying to hide my true feelings. I wasn't used to this sort of thing either, so I was being awkward about it, that's all. I'm glad to hear that. I hope one day, you and I can go for a walk and have a picnic again, as friends. Then we can both come home to a place we really care about. Yes, I'd love that too. Looks like my time is up. Don't worry, I came to an agreement of sorts with them while you were asleep. Anyway, I'd better get going to what's next to me, so... Yeah. See you later. Sakura, come to my Caldea! You can see her again! Now that Saber's gone, there's likely to be another rotation. This probably goes without saying, but I'm not going to last much longer either. Whether I get caught in the rotation or not, I barely have enough ramen to maintain my structure. Please, don't be sad. I'm sorry if I made you worry. It's not your fault. This is always going to happen sooner or later. Thank you for saving me, even though we're enemies. That made me really happy. As Prime AI of Repair, I can't help but feel like there's more than I could have done. I should have been able to fix you, but I couldn't. That's my failure. And if your condition is the reason this happened, then I don't feel like I actually won it all. We might have been enemies, but I didn't want things to end like this. I wanted to have a real, honest battle. I'm sorry. Could I make one last request? I'd like to be alone, please. There's something I want to talk about.
Hang on. How does it work?
Who cares? Come on, let's go. Besides, I've got to prepare myself to be a cushion for my master again. Thank you, Cammy. It's okay, they're all gone. I just wanted to say... I'm sorry. For what? Because I realized there was something wrong with you. I think I knew before Saber did. I could tell you were low on Mint. You could barely walk. Did you? Well, I'm glad you didn't say anything. No, you don't understand. I was the only one who realized it at the time. If I just said something then... maybe this wouldn't have happened. Maybe you and Saber would still be... Well, why would you? It only makes sense that you'd keep quiet about it. I mean, you and I are supposed to be enemies, right? Yeah, I know. I know it's weird. But even so, I still feel guilty about it. I feel so damn guilty. It makes me want to puke. It makes me wish I'd never been born. More than anything, I wish I could escape that guilt, but it just won't go away. That's why I wanted to do something about it, but there was nothing I could do. And now that it's all over, and we're past the point of no return, all I can do is talk to you about it, meaningless as that is. Even though you were nice to me when you had no reason to be, even though it should be me dying instead of you. I really am trash, aren't I? Guilt, huh? Is that why you didn't fight much? I'm not sure, maybe. I have no right to fight, or to wish, or to a wish. I have no right to do anything at all. I just feel so guilty all the time. It's like I did something so terrible, it's constantly weighing on my mind. I don't know why or what that thing could have been, but it's there all the same. Uh-huh, I see. I thought that might be the case. Huh? Now that my AI functionality, my structure, and my randomized personality are all coming apart, I can see things I couldn't before. I can't see the source, so it just looks like a meaningless numbers being spat out of a black box, but I think it means they're both fragments of our real selves. Huh? What do you mean? I don't know, but I think you and I are more alike than you realize. So as long as you stay who you are, I think that's probably enough. Maybe you can't fight because of your guilt, but that doesn't mean you have to feel guilty about that too. You just have to stay true to who you are. Why's that? Because when you disappear, you'll be able to do so with at least some satisfaction, just like I am now. Wait, I still don't... Oh? But then again, the opposite might be true too. That's how it was for Saber. She was so focused on what she wanted to avoid, that she was brought to face it more directly than ever. It's like when you approach something familiar from a different angle. So that may not be a bad thing either. Goodbye, Sakura. Come on, Sakura. I still don't get it. What do you mean?
Sorry, Master. But I have to hold on to you now. We're about to be sent flying. Don't worry about her. She's already stopped working.
Goodbye, Sakura. Goodbye, Medusa. You two are adorable together. You know, let me look at this real quick. Saber. She believes she shouldn't have been summoned by Sakura. Her reason is that the moment she saw Sakura, she knew she would fall in love with her. Aw. Medusa was always disgusted by having become a monster, which resulted from the gods' machinations exploiting the very idea of love. That very suffering led her to unconsciously shun the notion of falling in love. Slowly scrolling. She wants very much to protect Grow, as she feels it is her home. That is her wish. She gains the authority of and becomes primary eye for the repair, transfer, and build after Ryder's defeat. And there's still more. Or no? Okay, got that one done. When a servant disappears, the world rotates, and the positioning of the partitions is adjusted. When this happens, masters and servants participating in the Holy Grail War are catapulted to the outer perimeter by its rotational force, but none sustain damage as shock absorbers were put into place to protect them. Wow, look at this! Build and transfer, repair and grow, and now keep and defend. What wonderful territory! End of the gaze, centrifuge. And now to sneeze. A single sneeze. Gah. Alright, I admit it. You won. I lost.
Good. I'm glad you have the grace to accept when you're beaten.
I want to make a deal. Let me talk to Sakura before I disappear. Even just for a little bit.
A deal? Are you kidding me? Forget it. There's no telling what kind of trick you might be trying to pull.
I see. That's too bad. I was sure you people would want what I have to offer in exchange. How would we even know if it's worth our time unless you told us first? I have information. Information about a servant none of us knew about. You mean? Please tell us. Are they an archer? Is that who inflicted that wound you had when we caught up? I see. So you already had your suspicions. I can't say whether they're an archer or not, but their attack was shockingly powerful and came from extreme range. I tried to fight back by tracing their gaze with my mystic eyes, hoping to petrify the sniper. But the resistance to the effect was so potent, it rebounded on me instead. So I think we're dealing with a divine spirit servant of very high purity. Now that you mention it, you've kept your right eye closed this whole time. Sharp, aren't you? I was planning to pay you with this. If the information alone was insufficient, I suppose I can give it to you anyway. The moment I was struck by my own power, I closed my right eye while it was still active. So even though my mystic eyes were deflected, the effect still reached the sniper. This eye is looking at them right now. Well, I say looking, but their circuit was burned instantly, so I'm not able to actually see them. But conceptually, my eye is still looking at them. I don't need this eye anymore, so I'm going to conceptually detach it and give it to you. You obviously know what to do with it, alchemist. Ah, thank you for the eye. This is quite waiting for no more than the concept of an eye. Did you throw in a bonus of some kind? I'm just leaving it behind as well. I'm not sure whether you'll be able to make use of it. You shouldn't be surprised. I'm fairly sure it is a perfectly normal thing to do. Well, as long as we can make use of its sight, there should be no problem. Thank you, I would gladly use this. Well, damn. I guess the evidence really does point to there being an archer out there.
What are they doing here? Are they fighting in the Holy Grail War too?
How should I know? Besides, it is hardly my problem anymore. All I can say is, given what I've seen here, we were likely not told the whole truth about this world, or the Holy Grail War. Ugh, this is so frustrating. Whoever tricked this monster should pay for their actions. But since I can't do it personally, I will just have to entrust this task to you instead. Medusa, you could do it personally, but if we're fighting an archer, I don't know if I want to use you against it, unfortunately. And hey, hello, hello. French Polynesia, though. Ooh. If what I gave you turns out to be more valuable than you expected, then you can consider us even. Now, if you're satisfied, I have a wonderful conversation to enjoy. I will need some time to make myself at least minimally presentable, so please, leave me alone now. Oh, and that's how that went down. So, what's the plan now, Master? The only other servant left is Lancer, the son of Vayu. We could keep this momentum going and go challenge him right now. Well, technically Berserker's left too, but that greedy gut shouldn't be any problem. I bet a little push is all it will take to send him over the edge and into depravity. Kama's question got me thinking. I could just pretend not to have noticed anything. I could keep fighting this war in accordance with the rules. Maybe that would have been the quickest way to get back to the outside world. For all we know, this whole mystery could just be a misunderstanding on our part. However, there's also pain in this world. Oh no. Oh, Caster. And all the craziness. And there's kindness too. So much so that it easily proves that the pain isn't simply par for the course. Look at how cute they are when they're happy. This road may be artificial, but I've seen the same kind of senseless pain here that I saw in countless singularities and lost bouts. People being oppressed and used, mental and physical pain. Why does it all exist here as though it were natural? Why are these things happening? Why is the system the way it is? I'm not sure, but I think I know where I can find the answers. We should find out the truth about this Holy Grail War. I think we need to get to the bottom of this. We should find out the truth. Precisely what I calculated you would say. So I already finished analyzing the eye Medusa left with us. It no longer has the ability to petrify. But it is indeed still focused on what she claims to have seen. If I delve in even further, it should point us towards the object of its gaze like a compass. Oh? Well, that should at least lead us to this mysterious archer. Should we find Ayus and Duryodhana again first? Yes, I think we should. The announcement made at the rotation gave Berserker credit for finishing Saber off. So meeting back up with them should not only add to our offensive forces, but also make it easier to replenish our resources. I'm guessing Lancer probably wouldn't come along. I wonder. He's still a servant in this Holy Grail War, so I do think he can only hold out for so long. But for now, I do not think he is worth including in my calculations. Alright. Once we rendezvous with Ayus and Duryodhana, let us head in the direction this eye points us. Good morning. I had a feeling we might end up going this way. Well, back to the church, I assume? Yep. Well... they're not inside the church.
Predicting behavior. Recommending caution. Please stop. What you're about to do may be considered a forbidden process. Oh yeah, we definitely can't have anyone breaking the rules. Anyone, except me! As the strongest and kindest ruler to ever exist, I should be making the rules here.
That logic. I know from my early investigation that you are not a master, as you do not have command spell, however. Then you leave me no choice. Just as I calculated. I knew I should have made certain, even if I had to jam my ether light into you to do so. No normal AI, even an armored type D, could withstand a hit from a berserker. So that just leaves one possibility. Henshin! You're not a normal AI. That pretty much narrows down your possible partners in crime too. The only one who could possibly hide an entirely different sort of being in the structure of a prime AI would have to be someone capable of cheating at the base system level. And there's only one being in this whole world with the necessary privileges to do something like that. Which means you two must be... So you two are the last master and servant. Yes and no. She's my servant, Archer, the first participant in the System Growl War. Her true name is... Look at her breaking out of her shell. True, we traded one Sakura for another. Durga. Hey girl, hi. There's only Sakura here. We all return to Sakura. There's only Sakura. Great. Just great. Of course you have the one servant I never want to see again. Durga. Durga? Oh? First time hearing her name? Fine, I guess I can tell you about her. We all know how misery loves company. Basically, she's Shiva's queen and another aspect of Parvati. As I recall, although she's connected to Parvati, who is renowned for her grace and beauty, the two could not be more different. Instead, I believe she's a goddess who symbolizes war and conflict. Yep, that's her alright, so basically, made for combat. No, combat doesn't quite cover it. She's made for completely annihilating her enemies. Back in her time, there was this bunch of demon gods that was too much even for the regular gods to manage. One day, when the gods had finally had enough, they came together to create someone who could completely annihilate the demons. And Durga was the result of that effort. Calling her bad news is wildly understating things. Correct. Your praise of this goddess's capabilities is accurate, comma, god of love. Why, thank you. I detested you even before I saw you were using the same kind of vessel as Parvati, so I would have hated to be inaccurate.
Damn it, that's Durga! This might be out of our league, divided spirit or not. I don't want to make an enemy of Shiva's queen.
The man who smells like the demon Kali. And is that Vayu?
Guess I should have known a god would have a sharp nose. So much for hiding and seeing how things played out. Shh. So they're here too.
I see all surviving servants have gathered here. Very well then, I suppose this requires an immediate course correction to put you all on the proper path. Apparently, even when the truth is hidden by design, it still finds its way to the surface. Perhaps it's just its nature. There. I've opened up partial access to my high-level database. More simply, I'm willing to answer any questions you may have. What's going on, Governor? Why do you have a servant of your own? Does this mean you're participating in the System Grail War too? No, it does not. I'm simply overseeing this Holy Grail War. She's my servant. Both of these statements are true, and neither conflicts with the other. So that Archer, Durga, is special in some way? Affirmative. Her summoning is the incident that began this Holy Grail War. No, it'd be more accurate to say that her summoning is what enabled me to begin the experimental ritual. I call the System Grail War. Experiment? So this isn't to fix the Paper Moon? Then this wasn't about the Paper Moon's upkeep? Experiment? This ritual beginning is the reason the Paper Moon stopped working. Once it is concluded, the Paper Moon will work again, though differently than it did before. So I maintain that I was not lying in my earlier explanation. This Holy Grail War is going to change how the Paper Moon works? Then, this was all an experiment to see if the Paper Moon could be used in a different way? Correct, an excellent display of logic. This experiment was designed to make use of the Paper Moon's unique properties and its ability to reproduce everything exactly as it is. To artificially create a Holy Grail War, you masters and servants are both the subjects and the products of that experiment. While you all may have got to here via unusual means, the result is practically the same. So you're saying we're lab rats? In a manner of speaking, none of you masters and servants here are your natural selves. Some of you have been processed, some of you have been generated. Some of you are probably more aware of this than others, and to differing degrees. I am certain, however, that those of you most able to see matters objectively must have sensed it yourselves. Others of you may only have been aware of it by hearing events recounted from another perspective. You may have different personalities, beliefs, tastes, and values. However, none of those things were created from scratch. They're all present in your original selves. That is to say, while you're all still the same people you have always been. The versions of you here are considered isolated aspects of your personality, which are extracted and made to stand alone. I believe you already know what such beings are called. You mean? Yes, you are all artificial alter egos created by the Paper Moon. Ooh! Alter ego? Oh, we fancy! Impossible! As the Paper Moon's caretaker, I can assure you that the Paper Moon has no such functions. That is exactly why I did this, Miss Caretaker. The key is rotation, and the centrifugal force it produces. In essence, it works by using the power of the Holy Grail War system to rotate this world. Then using the conceptual centrifugal force, this generates to separate, restrain, and replicate various aspects of your souls. You're putting your souls in a conceptual centrifuge? I can see from your expression that you recognize it is possible. I call it the AEC method. The AEC stands for Alter Ego Centrifuge. Whoa, hold on a damn minute. Okay, this has all sounded so nuts, I just kinda been letting it go in one ear and out the other. I mean, how do we even know she's telling the truth here? For all we know, she could be making this nonsense up. Where's the proof? He figured it was the first two letters of AC, maybe alter ego. Couldn't figure out the C before the scene, though. It may not be proof, but I do have some circumstantial evidence. Remember the shock observers around the perimeter we wake up in after being sent flying in one of those rotations? Were they not familiar? I think those are coffins, or at least they function similarly. They're vessels meant to prevent spiritrons from escaping, cradles meant to secure the parts of our personalities that have been separated from us. Incidentally, the rotation that occurs when a servant disappears is more of a preliminary operation. You don't need to worry about your personalities being separated. The real process will occur when the ritual is complete.
Hang on, I've been trying to wrap my head around all this, but it doesn't make any sense. Let's say we really are alter egos, and the whole point of this Holy Grail War was to create us. What does it get you? Why bother with all this?
Of course. The point of all this is to prevent the end of the world. What? To answer that, I'll need to start at the very beginning. One day, a Holy Grail manifested inside the paper moon's microscopic domain, and in response, I came into being. So there really was a Holy Grail war involved in this... so there really was a Holy Grail involved in this incident. Since Holy Grails possess near unlimited power on a conceptual level, I guess there's no reason why one could not get involved with a tiny virtual world like this one. I then used the Holy Grail's power to calculate that the world was going to end unless something was done. Quick question, which world are we talking about here? The one bleached white, of course. The very world all of you at Chaldea are attempting to save. I understand that you are currently preparing for your final confrontation. But the biggest problem, and the reason you will fail, is that you are simply lacking in firepower. That's not true! But we have so many people helping us. And I've calculated that they will be insufficient. Yes, I know you have allies. The question is, do you have enough of them for the final confrontation? And the answer is no. As such, your mass firepower may as well be non-existent. So I turn to the alter ego class to bolster your firepower. I'm sorry to just ask this now, but what are alter egos? They're an extra class of servants. Unlike an alter, which changes a heroic spirit's way of being down to their abilities and personality. An alter ego could be seen as a heroic spirit's alternate personality being separated to form a wholly new servant. Using computer programs such as an example, an alter is like a different version number of a given program. And an alter ego represents that program systems being repurposed into a wholly new product. Many alter egos became high servants owing to the use of powerful beings like divine spirits to fill in the parts of their personalities which are left empty after their separation. But that is not a requirement. Anyone can be an alter ego class as long as a different personality of theirs is the one in charge. You may have gotten used to them at a certain point through sheer familiarity. But from my perspective, alter ego seems an especially mysterious class. It is very easy for any servant to qualify as one. And they depend far too much on internality and mentality that lacks forms of their own. But then, I had an idea. If it's possible for an alter ego to be established just by having one aspect of a servant's personality be in control, then theoretically, it should also be possible for a single servant to produce two alter egos. I understand living beings possess a wide variety of mental states and personalities. It follows then that every person and every hero can be said to exist as a convergence of countless personalities and possibilities. Meanwhile, alter egos can exist independently simply by virtue of being alter egos. And as far as I was able to tell from one of Chaldea's records, I was able to steal a glance at. There is no data indicating alter egos' combat capabilities are in any way inferior. So then, logically speaking, wouldn't taking a single servant artificially separating their various personalities and using them to produce multiple alter egos be a far more effective force multiplier? That's insane! No, it isn't. It's entirely feasible. And the benefits are clear. This is the answer. So having arrived at that conclusion, I decided to take action on that basis. And the plan is being carried out even as we speak. The system grow was the key. The Infinite Alter Ego Production Project. Can I automatically NP6 my alters, please? No? Fine then. Section 14. Goddess of Annihilation, How to Avoid Destruction. That sounds like a light novel. Well... This is the most effective method I've observed for the combat... I've observed to combat the impending threat. That is not a matter for debate. So, now that you know, would you be so kind as to continue the Holy Grail War? I assure you, my role remains nothing more than overseer. And Durga is only here to assist with system-related matters. She has no bearing on the Holy Grail War per se. No bearing? Then why the hell did she attack Saber? How about Rider's Master? Because they interfered with my divine duties. The entire point of this goddess's existence. The Master of Rider threatened to analyze, contact, and tamper with the system at the root level, which would have interfered with its operation. And Saber clearly acted with intent to harm my master, the System Grow War's overseer. In doing so, both made themselves targets for annihilation. That is why I attacked. So what you're insisting is that you're just the guardian of the Holy Grail War as a whole? That you're just the overseer's means for enforcing her rules? Yeah, not buying that for a second. I bet you're involved in all this at a way deeper level, Durga. Otherwise, why the hell would you hide yourself pretending to be an AI? DX, a name that simultaneously reflected Durga's extra special type D status, and X as an unknown variable, not to mention D, indicating Durga. Wow, okay, so that's a name, huh? Okay. That's what DX stands for. An excellent choice for a name. As her master, I couldn't be prouder. But at any rate, yes, you have a point. As you've guessed, Durga is indeed key to making this Holy Grower work. Please, let me explain. I would love for you to understand the beauty of the system for yourselves. The first thing you need to know is that Durga possesses a hollow with truly staggering storage capacity. I believe it's most likely where she kept all the power she received from various gods, as he used them safely. At any rate, when I use the Holy Grail War's power to initially summon 5 servants, I stored them inside Durga's hollow, while their spirit origins were still asleep. Those must be the true bodies of the servants taking place in the AI Holy Grail War. I then used the rest of the Grail's power to execute the first rotation, thereby reducing 5 alter ego servants. Remember those things you've been seeing? The things resembling heroic spirit shadows? They are a kind of byproduct. They're created during the rotation's impact and lack full personalities of their own. They're essentially alter ego fragments. However, they still retain a bit of their heroic spirit power, so they were tied to the bugs and classified as a special type of enemy. At any rate, that is the purpose of this Holy Grail War. It is meant to have servants fighting against themselves, and to collect the energy released during their disappearance into Durga's Hollow, which is also connected to the Paper Moon's world as a whole. This quantity of energy is sufficient to rotate the Paper Moon world twice, which is necessary for producing alter egos. This means, when the Holy Grail War ends, Durga will possess energy from 4 vanished servants, which she will then use to rotate the world. They'll in turn generate new alter egos from the 5 servants in her hollow. Those 5 alter ego servants will be securely contained so that they can fight against the impending destruction. Then, the servants generated from the second rotation will also be used to fight the next Holy Grail War. By rinsing and repeating, this process will theoretically allow me to regenerate an unlimited number of alter egos. Only in theory. What you described has no practical applications whatsoever. By way of example, let us say that you use this conceptual centrifuge to ham-fistedly create infinite alter egos. Do you truly not believe the original servant's souls will eventually be worn down to nothing? We won't know that unless we try. I still need to collect and test more data to find out what sort of effects the alter ego extraction process has on the originals. There's still a lot about this I don't understand. Most of it, if I'm being honest. But can you at least confirm one thing for me, Governor? What would happen if we do continue the Holy Grail War? I mean, what specifically? The winning alter ego servant will be added to the fighting force reserves and set aside. The winning alter ego master will meld with me. After which, the next AI Holy Grail War will begin. As I said earlier, by repeating this process, I'll be able to generate an infinite number of alter egos with which to fight the impending threat. What about our wish? Will that be granted? Ah, yes. I did set that as your motivation, didn't I? Yes, it will. The winner will merge with me. And as a new version of the next Holy Grail War's overseer, they'll be able to manage it however they like. The next Holy Grail War? Does that mean there's going to be more war? That it's not going to end? Of course not. We require a much larger force to work with if we're going to prevent the world's destruction. But what about the family I wanted? Should you win, you'll be free to set as many family perimeters in the next Holy Grail Wars you like. That's not what I mean. I want to live a peaceful family life where we don't have to worry about war at all. I think you'll be fine. Once you have gained central governing AI status, preventing the world's destruction, and by extension, continue the Holy Grail Wars will become your first priority. But that's... So I'm just gonna stop caring about this wish I care so much about? How is it supposed to make me feel better? You need not be concerned, to begin with. You said Alter Ego Masters too, right? What do you mean by that? The randomizer system used to give you AI's personalities is actually a means of making you into random alter egos. Huh? The master problem was another issue I had to resolve in putting together my infinite alter ego production project. There's no sense generating an unlimited number of alter egos if the lone master of Chaldea can't manage them all by herself. So I needed a way to come up with masters as well. What kind of master is best suited to managing alter egos? To answer that question, I decided to prepare alter egos for the masters as well. And the most efficient way to accomplish that was to come up with a wide variety of personality patterns. In order to keep them diverse, I chose base personality models from a number of different sources. The Master of Caster's personality wasn't a created type, alter ego invented. I made it from as close to scratch as I could, and I tried to give him a fiercely competitive personality. For his name and appearance, well, I simply chose something I saw in Chaldea's database. He was designed to be proud and overconfident, with his mage-like rationality and practicality overruling what little empathy he had. I expected his personality to be a significant driving force in keeping the Holy Grail War moving along. I did have to make additional adjustments to him later, but on the whole, he certainly passed. The Master of Writer's personality was an acquisition-focused type alter ego import. For him, I loaded in elements from a person who was actually involved with the Paper Moon in real life, and separated them to make an alter ego. He was the most perceptive and flexible of all the masters, though this ultimately led him to breaching a boundary which needed to remain impenetrable. A shame. Given his natural affinity for becoming an alter ego, I would guess he originally had multiple personalities. The Master of Saber's personality was focused on mimicry. Alter ego imitate. In her case, I started with a given person's physical features, and then gave her a simulated personality based on how I imagined such a person would actually think. Given how few types of humans I've been able to interact with, I didn't have many options at my disposal. It may be obvious, but she was the same girl Durga is using for her avatar. That should be a sufficient summary. The idea is that whichever of these very different masters wins the AI Holy Grail War must be the master best suited for managing alter egos, and gains and gains a commensurate amount of experience points towards that end. The master then becomes the next Holy Grail War's overseer and repeats the process, thereby ultimately being upgraded into being even better at managing alter egos. The wishes you possess as AI masters are an expression of your nature as alter egos. Something of a side effect, really. They did not come from your AI personalities at all. Ultimately, each of your wishes is borrowed from another, and so is of no real consequence. But that's... You can't be serious. He may have been feeling guilty all this time over... nothing? That's why I've been so...
Alright, that's enough. This is boring, so I'm gonna wrap this up right now. Who freaking cares?
Huh?
Seriously, I could not possibly care less about what other people want or wish for. The only wishes that matter to me are my own. And I will not let my wishes be just an afterthought. You know what the biggest problem with everything you just told us is? It's that apparently, even if I win this war, my only reward is getting to be a soldier in someone else's war. And that's no reward at all. If you think I spent all this time fighting just to be someone else's pawn, you're out of your damn mind. I've been fighting so I can live my life on my own terms, with everything I've ever wanted at my fingertips. Everything else can stuff it.
Berserker?
And that goes for you too. Who cares about all that other stuff? What about my wish? That's the attitude you should have here. And if someone tries to get in your way, you should fight them with everything you've got. So let me ask you this, Master. Do you still have a wish of your own? A desire you want to satisfy no matter what it takes?
Yeah, I do.
Then you don't worry about a thing except how you're going to make it happen. So now that we know fighting this Holy Grail War isn't going to get us what we want, our only choice is to take these people down and take over the system for ourselves. We're going to stop the stupid Holy Grail War and its alter ego nonsense. Once that's done, we just have to take control of these admin privileged things, and we'll soon be making our wishes come true. Ha. That's right, that's the kind of guy you were. A good-for-nothing idiot who only has eyes for his own desires. Then again, maybe sometimes an idiot is exactly what you need to get some things done.
You said that the winning master would become the central governing AI. So then, what would happen if Misaki won? I didn't account for you through my initial calculations. You're probably just caught in the first rotation as a result of factors I'm not aware of. You could say that makes you alter ego irregular. Still, one of the AI Holy Grail War's goals is to perfect a master optimized for managing alter egos in time for the final showdown. Your presence here is not an impediment to that process. As long as this project produces enough alter egos to win the upcoming battle, I see no need to concern myself with what may happen to the versions of you in the outside world. So no, there'll be no issue with you becoming this world's newest overseer either. Though I'm sure you will need to undergo a number of special modifications beforehand. On a supplementary note, accident or not, it is a stroke of luck that you showed up here, Master of Chaldea. While it's possible you may not be up to the task based on your battle record to date, it is also very possible that you may come up with the optimal solution. While I will of course remain strictly impartial and not offer anyone preferential treatment, I consider you the most likely master to win this contest. I'll be watching your progress with great interest. Good luck. Gee, thanks. I don't know what we would have ever done without that completely unnecessary extra tidbit. Anyway, sounds like winning the Holy Grail War won't get us any closer to a way out of here. So then, remind me why we should care about it again. Not only will we not be able to return to our original world unless we destroy the System Grail War itself, the paper moon will also remain useless and broken. So it seems to me that we have only one option available to us. I don't see any way this infinite alter ego project will work. This whole plan was messed up from the start. There's no way we're staying here to fight the Holy Grail Wars ad infinitum. No more never-ending Holy Grail Wars or getting out of your period. So you understand, fortunately, there's a clear and straightforward means to to achieving that goal. Before it stands a being, we were just told it's directly linked to this holy grail war system. So the quickest way to tear it down would be to destroy Ronnie 12's servant. That is Durga. Why can't you see that this is the only way to prevent the end of the world? If this fails, the whole world will come to an end. Since you're the only one who has observed this devastation, and the way you supposedly stop it, it is no surprise you and you alone understand it. The same kind of thing has happened before in the Atlas Institute too. But as you've gone to inflict harm on those around you, is it really so shocking that those same people will try to stop you? Yes, it is. This end is something my calculation, my planet, has shown me beyond any doubt. I'm also this world's Numa. I'm its fifth element. You could say nothing would exist here without me. So I truly don't think it would be in your best interest to oppose me. But it seems you leave me no choice. Durga's the one truly irreplaceable part of this project. Analyzing combat abilities, conclusion. It'll be very difficult for them to destroy this goddess. I know. I cannot imagine any path to success for them. But just in case... Oh? Are you planning to join us? Well, I'm a master myself. Since Durga's skill is much too great for her to participate in the Holy Grower herself, it won't generate much energy if she kills you, Ultra Eagle servants. So I'd really rather not do this. But if this is what it must do, then so be it. Fortunately, by my calculations, when this is all over, there should be just enough energy to reset the system Grail War and create new Ultra Eagles to fight it. So now I will, in my capacity as Overseer, remove the impediments threatening to derail its execution.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see you try, short stuff.
Your petty insult has no bearing on these proceedings. It has, however, helped me decide to switch modes. I will show you what I look like in my optimal master form. You shall see that I am not just the Paper Moon's central governing AI, but a being determined to fight back against the world's destruction. Yes, I can see it now. The souls, Ultra Egos, flitting through the air like dust, and the sky of the underworld resisting the destruction. I am the wings that guide it, and the very dust itself. And so I will take a more appropriate name. Ooh, another henshin. Hey, hello, hello. I'm the dust of Osiris. I'm the one who sees the world's approaching end, and the one who will stop it. Removing all thought acceleration limiters, entering Osiris mode, setting course for the northern sky. Durga, my servant, as your master, I now give my commands. This is a correct and necessary step in averting the apocalypse. Give these people who refuse to see the sense of my answer a swift and painless shutdown. This really was melting mode the whole time. New divine duty accepted. Executing. Well, it's just the first fight. It's not gonna be too horrendous. Kind of, sort of. Yes, I believe. Okay, ends after the first bar. Perfect. Ehehehe. Enki-do, come along. Let's go. All for you, Enki-do. I'm gonna give you all the buffs. Yay. Doesn't look too scary so far, though. Though... I just want to read that. Okay, yeah. It's fine, even without, you know, give debuffs. Yeah, this is fine. I do wish I had all Buster cards. That would have been perfect, but again, it's fine. It is how it is. Thank you, do have another buff. There you go. Oh wait, there, more Buster for me. Enkidu doesn't have a main Buster, or at least 3 Enkidu cards would have been nice. Actually, no, I'm not gonna use the power of Buster. I'm gonna use the power of... No Phantasm. I feel like I can break her, so I'm just gonna use Merlin's Sting already. Ah, and of course she increases her defense, as one does. Go get her, Enkidu. See, that was good damage. Enkidu would have Enki did the thing, but of course Durga gets that buff, so... Ooh, Merlin, you might have died. That could have been bad for Merlin. But it's okay, Merlin's okay. Oh, that is so annoying. Ew. Actually, wait. Oops, wrong thingy. Oh well. I'm not gonna resist the power of Quick. Is she actually gonna Noble Phantasm me? I wanna see what it looks like. Except I'm gonna NP her to the face, so it's too late. Good job, Enkidu. Ah yes, why am I gonna fight against an archer? I'm a saber, because you're the best, Jason. That is a goddess over there. It's like, but Jason, you're the emotional support Jason. Like, I was tempted to put Saber Medusa in here, but I did not want her to suffer. And now let's see how this goes. Ooh, look at the church.
Gah!
Berserker!
Cut that out, you idiot! Why do you sound worried? No one can beat me, but having said that, damn it.
What the hell? How are you so strong? Durga or not, you're still a servant, just like we are. There shouldn't be this much of a gap in our abilities. I'm the goddess made to annihilate demon gods. That I'll be stronger than a goddess of love should be obvious. Durga was born from the wrath of countless gods, each of whom gave their powers and weapons. The result is a goddess of pure annihilation. A jack of all trades who possesses divine armaments for any occasion, giving her an advantage over every class of servant. What's more, each and every one of those armaments boasts power worthy of a god. This means Durga is Agni's flame, Varuna's water, and Indra's lightning all in one. She is the wrath of Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma alike. She gets everything. She's the avatar. You may be divine spirit, but she outclasses you in every measurable way. You never had a chance against her. You think I don't know all that? My point is that none of what you just said explains the sheer size of the gap and strength here. Analysis complete. Now I see what's going on. It comes down to the resources each side is using in this battle. Those two are cheating. They're not using running mints at all. Huh? But then how are they? Magical energy. A temporary resource provided by the Holy Grail. Pure power in its formless state. Wow, what a cheater. I should have known. Durga's neither taking part in the Holy Grail War, nor is she a product of this world. So, she's getting refueled via completely different rules? No fair! Whining will not help us. I do not wish to hear more. Misaki's safe return home hinges on this. We cannot give up no matter what. You think I don't know that? Okay, I'll back you up with everything I've got. Hang in there. I'm gonna back you guys up with everything I've got. Let's do a mana transfer right here, right now. Normally, I wouldn't touch such an exhausting job with a 10-foot pole. But for you, Master, I'll do it. Just because you're ready. You're ready with a good reward when I'm done. Still, things are looking very bad. If I read her next move, she's so strong that she can just ignore us. I mean, even if I read her next move... If something does not change soon, we'll have no options left to us. If there's one factor that could turn the tables in our favor, it would be... Ugh, this sucks. I can feel my head pounding. The wishes you possess as AI masters are an expression of your nature as alter egos. Something of a side effect, really. They did not come from your AI personalities at all. Ultimately, each of your wishes is borrowed from another, and so is of no real consequence. What was it she said again? Our wishes are just borrowed? They're of no real consequence? Then in that case... What about the girl who disappeared, clinging to her wish? You're saying that it was all meaningless?
Well, Master, what do you want to do here? I'm here to serve you however I can. You just need to tell me what you want to do. If you just want to go back to our base and have me work on a new dish, I'm happy to get that cutlery back out.
I don't know what I want to do.
Alright, let me put it another way then. What are you feeling most intensely right now?
Same as always, my guilt. The kind of guilt that just makes me want to punish myself. The kind you only get when you've done something terrible and there's nothing you can do to make things right. I guess that's the alter ego in me talking, huh?
No, that's not what I meant either. I'm not talking about your one big wish or anything like that. I'm just asking what you feel like now, in this moment. It's no bigger a deal than asking what you feel like having for lunch.
Why do you want to know that?
Heh, truth is, it's all you need to figure out what your next choice ought to be. Listen, back in my day, I once killed a man-eating Rakshasa named Hidimba. He had a younger sister who fell in love with me. She was a man-eating Rakshasa too, of course. Obviously, I was going to kill her, but my older brother stopped me. He said she was so in love with me that I ought to at least consider keeping her company just in the daytime.
Okay, so your brother's insane. What happened next? I love that response.
We had a kid together.
As one does, I guess? Seriously?
Ha ha ha. I don't get it either, but you know, back then, I just kind of figured, why not?
The situation, I'm just thinking. It's like, well, time to kill this monster, girl. It's like, no, brother, stop it. She kind of cute. She likes you though. And she's cute. It's like, okay, fine. I guess I can do it. Ta-da! And then Bebe was born. That kid was a major player in the war. He forced Karna to use his NP, which he only was allowed to use once. Dang. Wow.
Eventually, I felt like loving her back, so I did.
Eventually.
That's all there was to it.
So casual.
As long as you're not hurting anyone, there's nothing wrong with just living your life the way you want at the moment, whatever that entails.
Oh, he was saving for Arjuna, even though he was told it wouldn't work on him. Aw.
So at least right now, there's no sense in agonizing over what you want. Forget about the wish you've been carrying around so far. Just tell me what's on your mind right now, in this moment.
So how did you and Mom meet?
I killed her brother, and was going to kill her too, but your uncle stopped me.
Their love is weird, so weird. That still doesn't change anything. I've been told this guilt I'm carrying around isn't really mine, and it doesn't actually matter at all. And it still just won't go away. It sucks more than anything. But maybe that's also why, right now, in this moment, the anger I'm feeling might just be a little stronger.
Hey, that's great. Why's that?
Because she said something that pissed me off.
And what would have to happen to make you feel better?
I think I'd probably enjoy seeing them both get blown away.
Would it make you smile?
Yeah, I think it might. It'd feel good to just be all, yeah, that's right, that's what you get. It'd still be a petty, self-centered, meaningless smile. I mean, it'd still be a petty, self-centered, meaningless smile, though. Hey, hello?
Ha ha ha! Now we're cooking! When I decided to serve you, I put my warrior self aside. I decided that what I wanted more than anything was to see you smile. But if you're saying the only way to get a smile out of you is for me to fight them, if that is the kind of service that'll make you happiest, I'll gladly fight for you as a servant.
To an extent, yeah, some of your banners can't come fast enough at the same time. Ugh, too many good banners back to back to back to back to back. Okay, then that's my order. It's a big order, so I'd like to give you a tip, but I don't have anything on me. So instead, I'll give you these command spells. I don't know when I got the second one, but you can have them both. I want you to make those absolute bitches pay for saying Sakura. Her wish and her whole way of living didn't matter. Go freaking get 'em.
You got it.
I love that command. Go freaking get 'em. Eventually, for those advanced quests, I'd rather do interludes.
Bima!
Who am I? Who the hell cares? Besides, it's a stupidly simple question. I can answer in just 2 words. I'm me. Good answer. I'm me. And that's all there is to it. I'm me. Bima is necessary as a starting member. Okay. Barbara, she loses her defensive class at disadvantage and gets 5 turns of Ignore Invincible. Ew. I should just support him then. Actually, no, I don't want to stare at that. I want to stare at him himself. Dude, let me stare at you. No? Okay, fine. If I myself can't stare, it's okay, I guess. Just me? But oh, will. Okay, it's like a truck. Perfect. Hee. I'm happy about that then. And this will be fine, just in case I'll have a backup. Like, even if he hits like a truck. Enkidu, can Enki do a thing? Worst case scenario. I believe with you, Enkidu. And then, let's see... Oh, that's fun. NP animation changes depending on if he has overcharge or not. Wow. He can be a fancy boy then. Ooh. Like, that's fun. I need an emotional support Jason in the back. Just because. I will not resist. Resistance is futile. So why would I resist such a thing? And I know who else I want to bring. I just have to slowly scroll because I keep on scrolling past her. Yeah, I'm just gonna have her there because why not? Always why not? No fear, no pain. And that'll be fine. I'm just gonna help him hit extra hard. Yeah, this is fine. Let's go. Yep, no fear. Alrighty. Second bar break. And I have more Lee lines, so all is well. Well, now if you think it's unnecessary, huh? If you're sure, you're sure. If you're sure, you're sure, you're sure, you're sure. So incredibly sure. Just that sure. I don't want to get rid of that. But I want to use all Bima. That I ain't gonna resist. Oh man, that would've been nice. Oh, Bima.
いいぜ。遠慮すんな。我が地に眠る風神の力よ。今こそときめためろ。マルチファイヤーしているのです。
Ooh, look at him do the thing. Oh, he do it? He did it. Oh, I really wish I summoned him. Oh, that is fun. I like this. Ooh, I'm not gonna resist.
聞くぜ。
Let's just be extra silly here. If I just have to break the second bar, I'm just gonna give him all the buffs. He's gonna have all the buffs in the world. Here you go, just take this. Just take her buffs. We're just gonna have buffs for days. All the buffs for you, boy. Take some buffs. Take even more buffs. I don't have to do this, but... Nah, I'm not gonna do it. Ooh, good luck at work. Good luck, good luck. Wait, I want to see him hit like a truck. Yeah, we're just gonna have him do a thing. I guess could have been second, but nah. I just wanna see how much damage he does based on all of those. Oh, that's so decent. Oh well. Obsidian turtle. Is this the 2 invincible thingy? Let me just steer real quick. Was that the 2 invincible? Oh, 3 left. Dang, 3 left. I will. I mean, I still could get that overcharge animation, honestly. Like right now. Let's say I do this. Because I technically don't need these spells. Like, technically. Okay, even if she killed him off, Enkidu could do a thing in the back. At this point, Enkidu would have won. Next play 301. Okay, well I have my stones at least. Eat this. I'm surprised we're fighting off Durga so early on then. And then the real fight. You know, let's see how bad that is. How painful will the real fight be?
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! How the hell did I end up fighting alongside you? Don't worry, I hate it too, but I have the tact to keep it to myself.
You don't have to be BFFs or anything, but could you maybe try to coordinate your attacks?
Damn it, I know I keep saying it, but damn it! Why did it have to be Bima? Why is it always Bima? He's up against a freaking goddess and he's still kicking her ass! Ha ha ha, Divine Durga! I think you might have granted me a boon at one point. I never thought I'd get the chance to fight you myself. An opportunity like this doesn't come around every day. Hope you don't mind if I make the most of it. Hurrah!
I think he might have the upper hand. I agree. Little wonder that he is renowned as one of India's greatest heroes, but we still must be on our guard.
Why the sudden change, Master of Lancer? You've been so passive about the Holy Grail War, I did not expect you would have reason to oppose me. You mocked Sakura. You mocked her wish. Negative. I understand the Master of Saber's wish. She wished for growth to run smoothly. The Holy Grail War may have created temporary dysfunction in the partition, but is guaranteed to return to regular operations as a result of routine maintenance functions.
I'm not talking about that.
Then you can win this Holy Grail War yourself and become the new centrally governing AI. That way, you can ensure Grow operates as smoothly as you like.
I'm not talking about that either. The whole point of her wish was for her to be there too. That's how I know you're wrong. Her wish would have been meaningless coming from anyone else. It wasn't just some empty copy that meant nothing, like you said. That's right. Her wish was warm and loving. It practically was her. It doesn't matter how well the place she called home is doing if she's not a part of it. Damn it, I knew it. It's just like I thought. I'm too late. I wanted to save her. I wish I had saved her. Why is she gone while me and my stupid pointless wish remain? Even though I kept making the wrong choice and I committed a crime. I'm a walking guilt complex, and I should be, I know that. I know I've done enough to deserve the way I feel. Things that fill me with so much regret that they fill the entirety of who I am. But it's also all the more reason for me not to add this newest regret to the list. I still have pride that comes from being the lowest of the low, but pride all the same. Which is why is that? Because if I add more regrets to the list now, I may not make it in time. If I only focus on my guilt, I might not find the answer that lies beyond it until it's too late. Aha, now I see. Maybe that's my real... Hey Lancer, can you hurry up with my order?
Sorry about that. Prep time in this dish is a real doozy. So I think it's time I cranked up the heat. Damn it, it's always been like that for you. Everything I've ever wanted, you just come along and take it like it's the easiest thing in the world. Well, I've had enough. I'm stronger than you, damn it. Who cares if she's a goddess? There's no way in hell I'm letting you outdo me.
Ooh, feisty. Love it. Master, I'd like to get this some real effort too, but I need to know. You'll have the reward waiting for me. You know the one, right? Head pats? Glowing praise? Head pats? Exactly. I knew you got me, Master. At any rate. Basically, the only reason I have to help you in your hour of need is so that I can get what I want. It's the whole give and take thing. Just don't forget that, okay? What was it I want? Me? When did I say I wanted something? Oh, no matter. Time to get out there and earn my reward. And by that, I mean I'm going to hang back and play support for the two muscleheads while they slug it out. I knew it. Even though we entered this world as anomalies, we're not able to escape its effects. Then again, maybe it's because we were not able to escape its effects that we entered this world in the first place. So this means that neither Kama nor I are usual selves. No, never mind. There's a lot I want to say, but right now, defeating Durga's our priority. I'm going to boost my thought process even higher. Please try to keep up with me, Misaki.
As part of my divine duty, I slaughter the demon gods. Mahisa, Sumba, and Isumba. Slaughter is my primary function, and my gods given mission. That I'm here means there's a mission from the gods I must carry out. If you would stand in my way, then I must destroy you from making yourselves enemies of the gods. That is the truth. To defy a plan meant to save the world is to become enemy of the gods. I refuse to accept this impending destruction. I would do everything in my power to lead this planet to a bright future. The world must be preserved. That is why I exist. Overclocking all thought cycles, exercising emergency administrator privileges to purge 70% of forbidden processes. Executing final measures.
As all things dissolve, the purity of your souls will ascend beyond the quill horizon. Devi Matapyan. I wonder how bad this fight's gonna be now. Actually, that's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Dragon Mater. Fire primary cannon.
上位殲滅行動開始
Well, I guess I get to see a little phantasm.
真珠の術装を展開する楚は空を割り地を砕く憤怒の形魔なる者たちよ滅べ神罰執行
Oh, wonderful guts. Great. Yeah, I'm bringing that one. This will be fine, this will be fine, this will be fine. And again, my emotional support, Jason. Totally fine, totally fine. Steer, 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 steer. Totally fine. I just gotta believe. And if I believe hard enough, all will be well. Okay, and then let me see. I want to put back here. Why don't you wow? Because why not? Just in case. Because buffs are always nice. I love me some buffs. And I guess she doesn't need that one. Actually, she doesn't really need anything, really. And neither does Jason, but eh. I'll see how bad it is. Beam, I'm gonna rely on you.
"私は滅びを否定する。世界は保たれねばならない。回答せよ、混合の牛。
Oh, wonderful. I love how she can just casually do that. Totally not cheating at all.
君に全チップをかけよう。頼むぞ。要請。
And that would have been nice, but oh well. I'm just gonna use all Bima.
下ごしらえは十分だ。遠慮すんな。
Yeah, why not? Oh, she gave me the V. That's so sweet of her.
我は風神の子、合力無双を示す者。
Found out about 10 minutes story.
しているのです。
Oh, that is beautiful.
支障はありません。出番です。
Okay, no fear. You have no fear whatsoever. Actually, how much did this fill up? Wait, no. I don't gotta do that right now.
ハッピーエンドの話をしよう。
Actually, can see all the noble phantasms for next turn.
圧倒します。
I'll be ultimately edgy. For now, filling up gauge is good.
ちょいと待ってな。
そこです。支障はあります。支障はあります。大いなる原理。裁き天より来た。殲滅コース。
And you're going for Merlin? I mean, of course you're going for Merlin. Everyone wants to go for Merlin because Merlin, Merlin, Merlin. All Merlin.
楽園の端にようこそ。
対終末、対粛清防御。始め。
本気を出すか。
そこは壁もなく城もなく。
Okay, he has MP removes buffs. Okay, that's good.
魂のありかを見せようか。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
再始めします。罪の都。最後の竜は我がの命。スレイ。円卓の守護者たち。ラウンド・オブ・アバロン。
Thank you, Astoria.
我が地に眠る風神の力よ。今こそぶち目覚めろ。まだまだ。超風神狩り着想。逃がさしないぜ。マルティナイストラ。
So incredibly cool.
上位殲滅行動開始。衝動を許容。神樹の術草を展開する。楚は空を割り、地を砕く憤怒の形。魔なる者たちよ、滅べ。切り返します。執行。
Ooh, the defense down. I don't like that.
ひまわりの力。
And again, Merlin. Merlin, why? What did you do to make her so mad, you Merlin? Merlin, Merlin, Merlin.
女房とあらば。
いいぜ。
Like, you probably deserved it, but still Merlin.
支障はありません。切り込む。支障はありません。出番。
You want to fill up Beam of Gauge for me?
新幅。
You'll get rid of your buff, so... I assume that means it invincible as well, but no? You don't wanna? Okay, fine. Fine, fine, fine. All is fine. Fine enough anyways. Yeah, it's fine.
ハッピーエンドの話をしよ
下がっ
う。
ているように。
ちょいと待ってな。
そこは壁もなく城もなく、クリスマスの始まりの空。
Thank you, Merlin.
魂のありかを見せようか。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
輝き。殲滅コース。発射。聖なる水。
No, you don't attack Bima? Again, Merlin! Merlin, what are you doing to piss her off so badly? Merlin, Merlin, Merlin. I think it should be fine. Actually, let me stare at this real quick. Okay, removes buffs. Okay, so yep, it'll get rid of all these. All these buffs. Yeah, I'm just gonna use that now.
カウンティングオーバー。
いいぜ。
And I just want the quick bonus, so
うめえ。遠慮すんな。柔らかくしてから
just for the
力よ。集い
the extra critical star or critical.
しているんです。
一直線に
支障はありません。
周りの崩れ。
支障はありません。裁き天より来た。バーリの矢。
Wow, thank you for filling up Merlin's gauge, I guess. She does not want to fill up Bima's gauge at all. She's just ignoring him.
さてカウンティングオーバー。
She's like filling up that Bima guy's gauge? Ew, disgusting. Who would do such a thing? Nasty. Ah, it was only 10%. Oops. Oh well.
最高のカード。
Still fine.
ハッピーエンドの話をしようぜ。そこは壁もなく城
He
が
just still did a decent amount of damage with that
始まりの空。
little punch.
魂の
Big
見
punch.
せようか。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
違法の国、時の終わ
And then we live.
り、慣れと剣は彼の手に。霊言にる勝利を刻め。ラウンド・オブ・アバロン。
一直線に進む。
Ooh, so close. So incredibly close.
上位殲滅行動開始。楚は空を割り地を砕く風雨の形。魔なる者たち滅ぶ。神執行裁き天より来た。
Wow, he filled up his gauge finally. Thank you, ma'am. The gods is only there for one turn. Oh gosh.
ご要望とあらば。
That's gonna be interesting to see.
圧倒します。
遠慮する
Basically an anti-quick kill measure.
支障はありません。
そこです。
支障はありません。支障はありません。支障はありません。いい子たちです。
Ooh, I don't like that.
針の蛇。
上位殲滅行動開始。
Goodbye, Castoria. You did great. Thank you, Castoria. Actually, goodbye, everyone, maybe.
執行暇まで
戦線
No, Castoria.
ここに
And now going after Bima? So incredibly rude. Wait, that wouldn't work. Okay, yeah, one turn. I think at least I can do this for him. You have guts.
酒を飲んでる飲まれるなってな。
He could be fine too, maybe. Maybe just maybe.
楽園の端にようこそ。
遠慮すんな。いいぜ。
星の宇宙物見の楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のみ通るがいい。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
Like using all Bimo is tempting, but nah.
コードマヒシャースラ・マルディニ決定処分実行万物は誘拐し魂の
Ma'am, what are you
人は
doing?
クオリアの地平に降りる DB マーハートミアジャガットマートリー手法放て
Ah.
上位殲滅行
あ
動開始。
Ah.
楚は空を割
I didn't even have to trigger it. Ah.
魔なる者たち滅ぼしたというんだ。執行
夢の世界にひとまず退散。
新幅聖なる
The way he lied so hard.
神々の力にここに
Holy cow. Oh, that was harsh.
ここでこうだ。当然だろう。まったく仕方のな
Like,
い。
ew, disgusting.
勝利は目前だな。
Like, no, no, no.
好き放題扱ってあげましょうはち切れそうでしょ
You know, just be 300% at this point.
皆様火薬の匂い
All fear, all pain.
うめえぞ。
いいでしょう。
ちょいと待ってな。嵐の力よ、集いて我が手に。
コッパに支障はありません。
Good job.
支障はあります。大いなる原理。殲滅コース発射。ひまわりの力
Uh-oh.
を出番ですよ。
And again, this will hurt, but it's okay. You know, I have a rock. I'm gonna eat a rock afterwards. Rocks are tasty. They make me feel healthy enough.
ちょいと待ってな。
支障はあります。支障はありません。
Yep, rocks are good.
上位殲滅行動開始。楚は空を割り地を砕く風の形。魔なる者たち。
Like, they expire soon.
執行。
次は
Kind of, sort of.
だから俺はいい子たちです。 この私が
Look at Koenichiwa being the chosen one. So powerful.
あくこの私がもう
Go get her.
身の程をおしなさい。ひまわりの力。バーリーの
Ouch.
マスター怒らない。
Ouch, but not really. Don't. Mmm, delicious. 1 or 2 more fights. Okay, it's not too bad then. Literally.
君に全チップをかけよう。頼むぞ。
Here you go, man. Just take these buffs. These buffs for now, and then afterwards I can use the other ones later.
楽園の端によ
But for now, we take these.
はじめ。
そこは壁もなく城もなく理想の始まりの空。魂のありかを見せようか。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
最果ての島罪の都。
And then it shouldn't hurt too bad. Kind of, maybe.
円卓の守護者たち。ラウンド・オブ・アバロン。
我が地に眠る風神の
I'll
力。
go bunker.
今こそぶちめためろ。おかわりが必要だ。
出番ですよ。新幅ひまわりの
Okay, of course she has
力。
that. Ooh, so much hate. So much hate.
リラックス。
It's okay, yeah, we relax.
であれば早炊きですよ。カルウェナ。
Yeah, just take this.
本気をいいぜ。
He's gonna get rid of all the buffs anyways,
遠慮すん
so I can do that.
な。嵐の力よ、集いて我が手に。
しているんです。
Good
支障
job.
はありません。
さて、
Thank you,
何
Bima.
が食いたい？
2 eggs. Yummy. And then might as well see how that ends. Results do not compute. Inconceivable. How is this happening? I hate being exhausted. Look at you though, you're even more exhausted. We have the advantage, keep pressing it. We can do this.
Brah! Die! Hey, is it just me? Or was it die aimed every bit as much at her as it was at me? Heh, I'm just so amazingly strong that you're feeling my power just by being so close by.
Yeah, that's it.
Why do you insist on impeding my divine duty, wretched pests? Incomprehensible, illogical. Why can't you see that my calculations are correct?
Maybe your forces aren't enough, but your twisted plan isn't the solution. You can't go around mass-producing alter egos. It's twisted. Your twisted plan isn't the solution.
That's even more incomprehensible, even more illogical. If anything here is twisted, it is your own natures. You've already created countless alter egos. You've agreed that they make excellent additions to your fighting force. Why is one alter ego acceptable, but not 100? What makes 10 permissible, but 1,000 taboo? Your inability to answer this is what is twisted. One alter ego or not, it makes no difference. The fact remains that you are aware of the twisted nature inherent to alter egos, and you accept them without either question or reason all the same. That is one of the human race's worst habits. You allow unfettered emotion to cloud your capacity for rational thought.
Okay, that was entirely off base.
We only have so many members, you're right. And foes, etc, etc.
But even so, Kildea's alter egos aren't just a means to an end, they're people.
Master, I have a suggestion. You should pour all of your resources into me, so that I may fulfill my divine duty. I've arrived at the same conclusion. There's no reason to hold back any longer. Winning this battle is our top priority. We cannot let ourselves become weaklings that are left behind. We must be strong, superior creatures to ensure our survival. Re-executing virtual verification. Conclusion reached. Imminent resource depletion, followed by a massacre. Accepted. You are the goddess of slaughter. You should not be fighting our enemies, but annihilating them.
I do love that smug face.
Very well then. Sublimated clouds trace spirals in the air as the golden rooster crows the coming dawn.
Oh crap, this looks like it's gonna be big. She still has another trick up her sleeve. What is she planning?
Who cares, Lancer? Blow them away before they get a chance. That's the idea. By my command spell. Reconnecting Servant Durgas, defend Prime AI privileges. Additionally granting access rights as the authorized central governing AI to use said privileges by proxy. Initiating forced requisition of running men from all defend AIs under Durga's command.
No way, you've gotta be kidding.
So far, Durga's just been using the Holy Grail's magical energy without relying on running men at all. But not so long ago, she was also pretending to be the Prime AI Defend. Now that those privileges are reconnected, she can use Running and magical energy.
Worse still, they're taking the Running without concern for the consequences. I believe they are doing the same thing Caster did to the Type Bs. Except they have truly wrung every last drop from the AIs. Oh no! No more defend. Instead of defend, it's dead end. No, stop. I can't bear to see this again. You're the governor. You should see us AIs as family. Or just resources to you.
Your alter ego personality laid over your root properties accounts for why you think this way. Besides, these AIs were only... Shut up. You really don't. Master, I request additional power. This goddess should be able to achieve her goal with a 7% increase in resources.
Granted, activating final spare command spell, using my own self to create new supply line. Transferring most running mints under my direct command to Durga.
That ain't good.
Target value reached. My mission can now be completed. Look at how ethereal she is. At the same time, pain and suffering. It's okay though. The stars are shining upon us. All we need to do now is follow their light.
Crap, this is over, no question. We can't possibly defeat a god when she's got all that power.
It's both of them. This is the end and the beginning. Everything I do to create infinite alter egos and save the world from devastation. Come. It's time for the end and the beginning. Everything is for my love. Who am I? I am Fury. I was born from Fury, and even now it surrounds me, consumes me. Fury and being kept from the one I love. And I know this is about myself too. I'm fixated on resolving that, to the exclusion of all else. You want to know who I am? I am the alter ego of infatuation. Your only mistake, Master, was failing to consider the possibility that the very first servant you summoned to this twisted world might be an alter ego too. Huh? Mistake? What do you mean, Durga? I now have the power I need to accomplish my goal. Here's my wish. With this power, I wish to be reunited with my beloved husband, Shiva. What? Oh. You know, I'm fine with this. What?
Durga, was this your goal the whole time?
Well, goodbye, Dust of Osiris. Done and dusted out of this world. Looks like those two weren't exactly BFFs either. Unfortunately, I don't see this making things any easier for us though. It looks like Durga used that immense power to further rearrange her spirit origin. So that must be... I am Kali, goddess of fury, the one born from anger. But she does look cool. Very, very cool. Maybe in the serious fight against Durga, you said nothing about Kali. Legit. I have come here only to be reunited with Shiva. Should anyone stand in my way, I will take their head and feast on their blood. Oh, I like that face even more. Now all who are not Shiva shall stand down. Haha. Kuhahaha. That's a nice expression. Like, hello, Blue Sakura. That's a nice shiny. I appreciate that. Oh, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. Okay, next week for sure, I will get through the thing. AKA Paper Moon. Like, it'll happen one way or another. If not one day, it'll be 2 days. AKA nighttime and morning time or something like that, depending. But that is the goal. And that goal's easy enough. I am determined. I got this. And then yay for tonight. Monty Python, Life of Brian, and the Holy Grail, of course. We will never escape. Okay, perfect then. That's gonna be a good goal. If I can do it, I can do it. If not, nah, I'm gonna do it. There's no if not. Just only do it. So that being said, thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of your epic gacha luck. I'm gonna go get some water after this. So I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Yay for progress. Progress good. Very, very good.